Hi, just another quick update on my home solar power system that I've got here. I've done several videos on this before, but everyone still wants an update on this thing. The last one I did is where one of my LG Mono X panels here, I've got 12 of these things, one of them actually shattered due to an impact. Now I have to replace this one. So LG, as it turns out, LG Australia actually saw my video and said, hey, we might have a spare one that you can have. And sure enough, they looked in their warehouse and they got me a brand new replacement Mono X panel. So thank you very much, LG Australia. Awesome. They don't normally do that, but they saw my video and thought that they could help out. Now, as it turns out, LG Australia looked at, I sent them, they had a look at the video, looked at the impact, and they actually said that this is the first one in Australia out of like 300,000 panels installed that they've actually seen shatter like that. So they believe, yeah, it is a direct, sharp impact of some object. Current theory, either a cricket ball or not a baseball. We don't have baseball here in Australia, as all you Yanks pointed out. Maybe a cricket ball, or more likely, I am fairly close to a flight path here. So, you know, just a few hundred meters away. So it could actually be some blue ice or something else that's fallen from a plane to actually impact this thing. We don't really know. No, it wasn't hail or anything like that. So, yeah, they claim it's the first one they've heard about anyway that's shattered like that. So anyway, I'm going to replace this puppy, and I'm just waiting until it gets dark here, because you don't want to go disconnecting these things under load. It actually warns you on the connectors on the panel itself and everywhere. You just don't do it, because these things can generate some high voltages. In fact, in this case, my one, the open circuit voltage, 456 volts, maximum short circuit current, 7 amps of my system here. So you don't want to be disconnecting that. So I'm going to wait. It's getting fairly late here. The sun's setting. I've actually, my output actually drops off very quickly due to shading of some houses behind me. So, you know, it plummets. Here's a graph which shows you it actually plummets fairly quickly right at the end. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. It's currently still at 330 volts. The system's currently still outputting 210 watts or thereabouts. And here's my Sunny Boy 3000 TL inverter you've seen before. It's got you just tap on it and the backlight comes on here, and you can probably see it. There we go. It's still generating 318 volts and 0.7 amps. It's actually got, now it'll actually switch to the second array in there. I don't actually have a second array. We've only got one string, or an array or a string. So it supports 2 strings. I've only got the one, so it'll switch back. And it's currently generating 200 odd watts. It's going to drop pretty quickly after this, and what it's feeding into the grid, 244 volts at, there we go, 0.8 amps. And what we've got here, and you can just see my day, that's my output for today. And that's, yes, that's my output for today. It's been very cloudy today and everything else. And that's my output for the last 10 days or so. But you can actually follow my system if you're interested. I'll link it in down below on pvoutput.org. You can actually follow all my daily outputs. Anyway, before you work on this thing, you want to isolate the DC panel, and of course it warned you all about that up here. And there's my DC isolator over there, so I want to switch that off. That'll actually isolate the panels from the inverter itself, just in case the inverter might feed something back or something like that. I don't think it does, but yeah, you want to isolate it there. And I've actually got a second isolator switch up on the roof. So you disconnect both of those, you wait until the power to drop, and then we can safely work on our panels. No need to touch the AC inverter isolator here. You can leave this hooked up to the grid. So as far as the inverter's concerned, if we disconnect that, it's just like it's nighttime and it's just outputting nothing. So yeah, it won't know the difference. And here's the panel that I've got, and I'm replacing this LG 255 S1C. It's the G3 model. They've gone through various series, but this one I believe is now out of date. It was like one of the world's best ones, but hey, technology marches on pretty quickly. In the couple of years I've had this system installed, but yeah, like they've improved by, you know, maybe 1% or 2% efficiency or something like that since then, but still a damn good panel. And here's the cable for all you cable aficionados out there, specific PV wire. So there you go, 12 AWG, 90C wet or dry, beauty, 600 volt rated, and minus 40C is at its nominal low temp rating. Anyway, looks like good stuff. Oh, made by nude virgins. And here's the connectors that are provided with it. Here we go. I'm not familiar with these things. I'm not really in the PV industry, but there you go. They just clip together like that. No worries whatsoever. You can rip those apart. Don't go shorting this thing out when you've got it in direct sun. That would kind of sort of ruin your day. Yeah, nice O-ring around there. Nice, it'll form a nice waterproof seal when these things are in there, and they'd have waterproof sealing around the end as well. Beauty. So here's my array, and there is my shattered panel. I'll link in the video if you haven't seen it previously. I've got some good close-ups and things like that. Luckily, it's on the end, because this way I only have to undo 2 of these clips here, and I'll show you the clips. There we go. Now, if it was in the middle, then it might be a pain in the butt, because you've got to unscrew the whole thing, lift it out, and then hope that it, hope that you don't lose the nut down there and you can screw the thing back in. So I'm pretty lucky. They had them in super tight. I mean, ridiculously tight. But like I had to get a hammer and smash and put a long bar Allen key in this thing and just smash the hell out of it trying to loosen these things. So yeah, maybe that had something, maybe the glass actually was stressed or something like that, but it definitely is a direct impact on something, which I could never find, by the way. So anyway, just have to do these clips, then this panel will just lift up. There it is. No worries, it's coming up now. It'll come right out. Just got to get the new one up on the roof and this old one down. Might have to wear gloves for that. Yeah, but anyway, it's still been up here for many weeks and not a huge amount of sign of water ingress. Like that's because they're angled, of course, so nothing really seems to have pulled down the bottom. So it seems to have been fairly waterproof as it is. So I just haven't had a chance. I went on holidays, haven't had a chance to install the new panel. I've had it for a while. And anyway, because that's the main risk, because this thing still works a treat. It's giving basically almost practically full power output. Like you can't see, like, I can't notice a difference when it's in the whole string like this. So yeah, still works just fine. So maybe I can seal it back up and use it for something else. All right, leads disconnected. That was a pain in the butt. There were these little retention clip things in there and really annoying. Anyway, out with the old, in with the new. And there you have it. That wasn't too hard at all. Pretty easy. Looks like I bought one. And we'll just turn the DC isolator switch back on. There we go. We've got 2 of these. One, the other one you saw back down at the thing, and we're ready to go. It's a bit yellowed, as I said last time, due to the bromine that's leaked out of the plastic there, with the UV and age. But, well, not age. Must be all UV and weathering. But anyway, done. And here we go. Switch it back on, and nothing. 0 watts, but then again, it's pretty dark now. And there's a spider blocking my path. Australia. No worries. Harmless. And well, that's one thoroughly busted panel, but the good thing about it is that, like, there's no real shards. The only real shards are like inside here. So I can probably, well, you know, there's two ways to repair this. One is to try and get all the glass out, which would just be horrendous, because it's like, it's shattered everywhere on the panel, right down to the bottom, tiny little shards. So it's obviously got some sort of protective film on it. So that's obviously keeping everything, all the glass intact. So best bet is to just coat it with some sort of polyurethane or some sort of poly, put the kettle on or something, and we can maybe seal it in, because it's, you know, it's still probably going to work a treat. And check out the back of it, clean as a whistle, by the way. It's been up there for like 2.5 years or something, and there's the impact. Wow, look at that. Some sort of point object, definitely.